provide me with a beginner's explanation of the time cube? Just in really simple terms, what is the time cube?
The time cube proves 4 different 24-hour days in one rotation of Earth. Not one, but there are 4. And like four corners of Earth, each one has its own separate quadrant rotation. And midday to midday, like light race day, sundown to Asian, midnight to black, sun to Indian. Each one has their own separate day. And but what we're teaching is the singularity in monism is the cancellation of opposites. In other words, we're teaching and preaching death. And even the individual is composed of opposites. You don't have 2 hands, they're opposite hands. And if you put them together, they don't add up to 2. They cancel out because they're like plus and minus. The whole universe, the Earth is composed of opposite hemispheres. They rotate in opposite direction. And they don't exist as opposite, or a zero value existence. As an entity, they cancel out, and Earth doesn't exist. Earth does not have 360 degrees, because you got 490-degree quadrants. You got 2 going in opposite directions here. If you add them together, they cancel out. They only exist as opposites. If you add them together, they cancel out. Then you got the 2 minus, going in opposite direction. They're not 2. They cancel out if you put them together. They exist as opposites, only as opposites. As an entity, nothing exists. The whole universe is composed of opposite hemispheres with equating to a zero value existence. And they cancel out as an entity. There is no entity. Entity is death. What they're teaching and preaching, the oneness is death. It's the death of opposites. So, but we're teaching, we have to change, we have to recognize the cubic is like, has to do with the tribe and the village. The family is a creation body, the 2 opposites of mother and father, but they may only create boys or girls, not both of them. So the next body is the village and the tribe. They have multiple families with a near equal number of both sexes of all ages. They are the true bodies. But we have the government community, the government has canceled out. They've destroyed all the villages and all the tribes. But the government is a foreign power. And when you're 6 years old, you're born with this opposite brain, but at 6 years old, your parents give you opposite brain, the big brother singularity, and he destroys your ability to think opposite. You cannot think opposite of what you're taught to think, because it's done by rote, over and over and over until your brain accepts it, whether it's true or false. But anyhow, the next great paradigm shift should be the change from single thinking to cubic thinking, back to the family and the tribe, not government. Government is people elect them, but they don't own the politicians. Big money, corporations own the politicians, and this kind of an anti-family power, and it sucks all the energy, all the power out of the communities and out of the villages.
And so, what are the 4-corner perspective dimensions?
The 4 corners?
The 4-corner perspective dimensions.
Well, you have 4 corners. Midday and midnight are opposite corners. And the minor corners would be sun up and sundown. Okay. And they are... One of them represents coming of the sun, one's going of the sun, so they go in opposite directions. Together they cancel out. But the Earth has 4 quarters. Now, if you drop the Earth, the sphere, down into a 4-corner time cube, then it'll have 4 corners. Now, you can put in, you got a 4-corner area, like a room or whatever, you can put 100 or more people on there, but you'll only have 4 corners. And the same way with Earth. You can put 6 billion people on Earth and still only have 4 corners. So you have the opposite midday and midnight, opposite sun, sundown.
So do you think that the 4-corner perspective dimensions exist in time and space, and the whole space-time geometry is configured such that each of the 4 perspective dimensions corresponds to a corner?
Well, the human is a corner, represent a corner, just like the mother and father corners, the 2 majors. If you put the 2 corners together, they form the corners of the son and daughter, the 4 corners. And so that's what creation is all about. It's the 4 corners, 4 quadrants. 4 quadrants rotate within the 4 corners for a 4 by 4. Principle, this is the Great Pyramid implies. They had a 4 corners. Now, if you're going to do reverse engineering on your ancestry, you have 4 grandparents. But each of them have 4. Each of them have 4. Each of them have 4. Going back 10 generations or so, you got 1 million ancestors. You keep going, you have more ancestors than have people on Earth. So how far back do you go? According to the Great Pyramid, your 4 corners of the pyramid are your grandparents. The 4 cornerstones, which are outside the box, your great-grandparents. And that's as far as you go back toward your ancestry, is your great-grandparents. So, and you have like a 4-corner head, but you only have a 1-corner face. But you revolve around the 4 corner faces in a lifetime: baby, child, parent, grandparent. You're not an entity. You're always subdivided by 4.
Modern society is largely ignorant of the time cube. What are the main social problems that this ignorance is engendering?
Well, it endangers society because the time cube is perpetual, because it goes around. We inherit today, we inherit yesterday, so we have to improve it for tomorrow. But we're talking about that straight line time. And in other words, we think what was behind us. But actually, it's our future. Our future is behind us. And so we're destroying everything and thinking it's behind us, but it actually becomes our future. Yesterday actually becomes your future.
What are the negative effects that cubelessness is having on society?
Well, primarily they're educated stupid. And they don't know what's going on. They worship a singularity, and they're taught a singularity. There is no singularity. Singularity is death. Oneness is death. It's the death of the opposites. Like it's a parallel universe. And it comes all the way down to the individual. You're parallel. You got parallel legs, parallel arms. Everything about you is parallel. And all things opposite, but we teach and preach singularity, death.
So, tell me about a cube's 4 corners. Its 4 corners are its vertical edges, correct?
They're what?
Its vertical edges.
Well, it's like a classroom. If a teacher tells you to go stand in a corner, then you only have 4 choices, 4 corners. They used to put dunce stools there and put a dunce hat on you. But they're on the 4 corners inside of a classroom, and it debunks 3 dimensions, because there are 4 corner perspective dimensions, 4 different corner perspective dimensions, not 3. 3 dimensions erroneous math. Now, when you're rotating from one corner to the second corner, somebody else in the second corner moving to the third, and they're moving to the 4th corner, and then they come back around, and 4 corners are rotating at the same time.